Hey everyone, this is a sort of behind the scenes video, but we'll put it up on the side channel publicly, I think. So Keegan spent a couple days cleaning up and organizing in the storage room. I have a couple small things to show you. One is a headset wall that he made, and that helps us get all the old headsets off of the shelving, which we have limited space on, and onto a wall that we're obviously not using for anything anyway. Plus they're not that deep. So that might be something kind of useful for some of you. He had a few creative solutions to not buy any special hardware for it. We could just go to the hardware store and buy whatever we wanted from their shelves. So that's kind of cool. I know Linus did something like that ages ago. I think his was much more elaborate than ours was. Ours is a very functional solution, and the goal is, you know, we're in an office space that obviously is fixed in size. I have no ability to expand our office space in our current location. And so because of that, we have to optimize our storage just like we used to do at the house, except we're running into that problem sooner than I expected. So we're going through some of that, but this corner specifically was really overrun the last couple of months, and we might have some footage from old videos, maybe the Cat Angels one or some of the other ones where we were in this room that we can drop in for a before shot. But basically, before it was a mix of viewer mail and packing materials, and we've opened all that stuff since. We've categorized like usable CPUs versus unusable CPUs, stuff like that. And then we had miscellaneous garbage up here. We had packing materials on the ground, and what I do is I collect the packing materials and I give them to someone else who has a business where he ships things for people. And so we don't use them ourselves, but we give it to someone who can reuse the packing. So we keep it all, and it would just flood this whole shelf, and it'd also start like overflowing into this area. And then we have a cart that goes here too. So it was massively overflowed and creating a problem. This table we used for all of our camera gear. So the camera gear you just saw behind me over there was on this table. So that'd include like the bags for travel. We have 2 camera bags. We have an easy rig that we've shown off, and that sat here, but this would also just tend to get piled up with other stuff. So what we've done is Keegan's taken the bin down here and filled it with the more usable foam. We give that to the guy who does shipping and distribution as a business, and he's able to get some use out of that so that we can reduce our impact and, you know, use the packing materials twice, just because we get so much stuff in here. Just throwing it straight in the trash feels kind of bad, so I like that we can get one more use out of it through someone else. So that'll go there. And then this table, I don't know if we really have an immediate plan for, but some of the camera stuff goes here. Obviously our DSLR is here right now because we're using the other camera. Over here we've got the 2 bags. So this is all just organization we've done, but this is part of the easy rig thing. So we've packed some of this stuff in here, and this is basically going to become our it's time to go to a trade show, let's prep for travel shelf. So like this thing used to be for audio and mice, and we've fixed that. Now it's got, for example, cough drops. So stuff that we need for travel will go in there. For extra mice, like when we need to plug a mouse into an editing machine, that'll go in this bin. And this will be our check me before you get on a plane bin to make sure we have everything we need, including international wall adapters like this one, so that we can plug into Chinese outlets, for example. So that's what this bin's for. Both the editing laptops will go here. They're going to stay plugged in all the time, so we don't have the issue with the batteries dying. This, you have no idea like how much cleaner all of this is right now, and I hope it mostly stays this way compared to what it was before. But this shelf is going to be used for case overflow in the immediate future, and then once we consolidate our case selection in the next few months, I'm hoping to turn this shelf into the stuff we need to get rid of in the immediate future shelf. But for now, it's just extra cases. And yeah, easy rig. I think that mostly wraps up this corner. Much cleaner though, so good organization. And now we can show off the new headphone wall that Keegan built today. So this is the shelving section. We have it feels like more actually, but we just have these really 2 sets of 3 shelves. They're 4 feet wide, and if the server weren't running, this room's actually the quietest room in the building because all of the cardboard just absorbs all the noise. But we shoot in here for like disappointment build. We've got, each year we have a shot where I walk down here. I like it because it's dark and we can get kind of creepy lighting, since like this stuff is piled so high that the lights are partly obstructed. So anyway, down here at the end, this used to be, the two bins used to be here for, there was peripherals and then there was VR. And this, I'm going to reorganize this a bit, but right now it's a mix of like kind of accessories and display adapting technology, or hardware I should say, really, and peripherals on the left, and then there's some extra cooler overflow back here. So I'm going to clean this up some more, but this is still way better because a couple days ago all this shit was on the floor. So we had it all on the floor, and now we've instead removed the two big bins and gotten all the headsets on a wall, because you figure headsets aren't that deep and it's better to use the shelf for something that can't really go here. So the solution that Keegan came up with that I thought was funny but very effective is to get those door stops. Actually, let me get one a little bit further away from me. So like the things you put on the, you know, bottom of a wall to stop a door, obviously. So that's what these are. I like them because you could just put a nail on the wall, but I don't really like the eye poking hazard of that. This is much safer. And you could also do like a hook. I mean, Lowe's or Home Depot, they sell just standard hooks you can put in, but then some of these headphones won't fit on those because they're slightly awkwardly sized or whatever the case may be. So this fits everything. It's very clean and organized. It doesn't even look bad, and it's very functional. If we wanted to clean it up, we could paint this plywood board white. Obviously, if you did this at home, you could just do it straight into the wall and reduce some of the waste, or the board wasted depth. But I wanted the board in here because then we could just put, I don't know, what'd you do, Keegan? 4 screws? Yeah. 4 screws. So he did 4 screws in the corners. So you just put 4 into the drywall. We just use 50-pound drywall anchors for those. I mean, it's headsets. So, and then what'd you end up with? 3, 6, 9, 15. Ended up with 15 door stops. So, you know, I mean, basic stuff. Instead of 15 screws in the wall, it's 4. And since we don't own the building, that makes it easier for me later when we move. So, yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's evenly measured out. It's got a grid on it, and we even have the headsets for VR on here. Extra cables are still on a bin separately, but much cleaner, very efficient use of space. And this is the kind of thing we're going to have to do going forward to maximize the space that we do have left, because again, it's limited and I can't expand left or right now anyway, so I got to stretch this out as much as I can. So that was our solution. And like I said, I remember Linus did one of these ages ago. I think his was elaborate, but I can't remember. I like this because for us, it's always been function focused and just kind of get the job done in a way that's effective and good, but not over the top. And so anyway, small stuff I'm happy with. But yeah, that's our cleanup efforts. We have some other stuff. We'll have some extra behind the scenes or GN Steve videos going up for Patrick filmed one on a PC build coming up, so check back for that. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, go to the main channel for everything else. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.